days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe. There stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special episode today of Titillating Tuesdays, number 37. Enter the Geekosphere, the 750th subscriber giveaway. Finally made it up this high. My God, it's been just a long struggle. But on top of that, I've done it actually, the weird thing is, in 2 years. So, well, actually, in less than 2 years, so that's not too bad whatsoever. Today we're going to be joined also by my trusty cohorts that generally join me, and hopefully following somebody else that should be coming soon. We got Pop Culture Republic. How are you today, sir?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Awesome, dude. Have you been having a good week so far?
Yeah, pretty good. Catching up on some stuff, getting things taken care of, all that jazz.
Nice. And also our favorite illiterate from the great city, the Big Apple himself. We have Admiral Teague. How's it going?
I'm gonna do something I never do for your audience.
Really?
Aha.
Ooh, there you go. You got a nice mullet going on there.
Yeah. It's what do you call it? It's the only cut. They don't let me around scissors, so it's either a buzz cut or I get to grow it out. Today I'm talking to you from a place called New Jersey.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so I was kidnapped. I was kidnapped by Matt Frewer. He's taken me here to sell off my parts to scientists.
Excellent. So you're doing your good deed for the week.
I actually came to visit my buddy. He has I guess this isn't too comic or relieving but I guess it's pop culture. He had COVID toe. He lost 2 toes, so I really just wanted to see him.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been friends since we were Boy Scouts.
Oh, awesome.
So,
not that he lost 2 toes, but awesome that you're still.
No, but it's awesome to have friends for that long. Yes, that part is awesome, and it's awesome to have friends like you in Pop Culture Republic.
Well,
sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, glad that you can hop in. I think I might have another person popping in. We'll have to see. An old buddy of mine from St. John, New Brunswick. The classic leftist. So hopefully he should be.
Oh wow!
Later on. Yeah, exactly. So he's a good guy. We were in radio for a little bit together, and so hopefully he might be joining in soon. If he's listening, I hope you're out there, and I hope you join soon. So, so made it to, well, I suppose currently it's like 753. So we are above that 750 mark, and as promised, we're going to be doing a little later on in the show. We're going to be doing What's in the Box? Where, as most of you know, that I will give something away to one lucky member out there, and I've already started inputting names into the random wheel of awesomeness. So one of you guys in the chat, because I'm inputting names as everybody is coming in right now, into the wheel. So there will be one lucky winner out there. And of course, I've included you guys in the panel as well because I'm not.
Aw.
Well,
I
thank
know
you.
because I'm not a douchebag that way. So, so
It's not like when people go on Saving Star Trek.
no, exactly. That's a different kind of douchebaggery, and we enjoyed fully. So, so I want to thank everybody that is in the chat so far. Besides, obviously,
I
you all.
can't see you all to hell you back, but I love all of you.
Okay. So we got Stark Divine that's joined in. Hail to you, sir. I guess he's on his way to work, but he's listening while he's going to work. And we got Razel's Kane's reviews. That's finally on here. And we got the mighty Crimson Toys that is hailing all the way from BC, and he's moving next month all the way clear cross country. So dang, that's a huge move for him. So oh yeah, he's damn, he's a good guy, especially in the gaming industry. So so thank you all for joining in. So at the 1 hour mark of this show, because I'm gonna try to keep it at a 2 hour show. For those of you that are popping in, we're gonna cut it off at the 1 hour mark just in time for a funny commercial. And that's when we're going to be doing the draw. So we're going to be going over a few things, obviously. First and foremost, our stupid news of the week, because, well, let's face it, we just can't have a show without having a little bit of fun. So
Perfect. I'm in New Jersey. Perfect place to hear it.
There we go. And this from the Daily Mail. In their health section, replace female with egg producing and avoid using the term fitness, woke scientists say, in push to get rid of harmful phrases. So I don't know what to say. I really don't know.
Wait, what's a less harmful phrase than the word fitness? Right? I mean, isn't that a phrase of positivity? It's like you should achieve fitness.
Yeah, it would be good to be in good health, but yeah.
So it's a little different than saying someone's stupid. It's like you're physically incompetent. I mean, that's it's just weird. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, just shorten it up a bit and say you're stupid. You know, I mean, really, you're just replacing one shorter term for a longer term. For example, female with egg producing. It's going to be, you know what? If I have to constantly replace words with other words, my sentence is never going to get done, and I'm never going to get my point of view across if I'm talking to somebody.
It's this whole cleansing the language to make it less offensive to anybody, because heaven forbid we should offend someone.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I mean, egg producing, well, that could mean anything. So should I call a woman a chicken at this point? I don't know. Maybe
what?
Maybe sea turtle because they produce eggs. I don't know.
This brings to mind a little anecdote from history, and we all know that Admiral Teague's anecdotes from history go horribly wrong and usually center around one point in the middle of the 20th century. But after we beat a certain regime that was unequivocally evil, one of the things that we had to do, because they had been in power for 13 years under their leader, who had the same initials as Amber Heard, but I don't want to name, but you might get the idea of who I'm talking about. He had to corrupt their language so greatly that communicating with people became impossible for the day-to-day person in American-occupied Germany. So we had to bring in American linguistics experts who could speak German to de-yachtify the language so that people would not be pleasure boating when they spoke, so to speak, because they couldn't talk to each other without invoking horrible phrases like when you change what words mean. It's really a bad sign.
Oh, totally. It's 1984 all over again, right?
Yep.
Oh, we can't use that word. Oh, and hello, David CT. Glad that you can join in as well. Let's see. Crimson Toys says, oh no, that's David CT, but yeah. Wait a minute. There we are. Picard promised only 3 seasons. He lied.
You know what? Today was some BS New Trek propaganda. They are continuing the Picard story by backfilling it, as I predicted, with a story of just how exactly Seven spends 38 months between the end of the Voyager's mission and her graduating from Starfleet Academy.
Oh God. Jeez.
Becoming a commander and being given first mate status in the ship. The story is called Firewall. It's about how the Federation is untrustworthy. 38 months later, she's first mate of a very powerful ship, but we can't trust the Federation. They're bigots.
Damn it. And hail Lenrod, you made it, dude. Glad to have you here. Crimson Toys also.
Congratulations, Lenrod, you made it.
If I have a farm with chickens, does that mean I'm also egg producing? Yes.
The very broad.
I would just like to point out that Gwyneth Paltrow's grandfather was a Long Island chicken farmer, and leave it at that.
Oh, really? That explains so many things, I think.
Make of it what you will. Some people made chickens out of it.
God. Okay, so we have that, and oh God, yeah, and I couldn't pass this one up. Because
what I'm saying is she's part chicken, yes.
Yes, well, she looks part chicken. So, and we also have this from hearts.com. I think this comes from Israel. So, will the biological advantage of straight people to reproduce be considered a violation of the equality principle?
Oh, this is getting crazy.
Yes, this is getting crazy. Damn, those straight people, they can reproduce while everybody else can't.
Wow.
Wait, hold on a second. What are you trying to say here? Stop speaking in riddles. Are you saying that when a man and a woman love each other, they can do things? Because my father tried to pull this one on me at 6, and I've heard better since then.
It's a whole birds and the bees things, huh?
When a man and a woman who love each other, when Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt love each other, they go out and they adopt a bunch of kids.
That's right. And for some odd reason, they always seem to be from Africa.
Yeah, even like I believe they have a white South African kid too, right? It's like all kids from Africa, but like they're like kind of run the gamut of ethnicities.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
How do I say that safely?
Yeah,
that's one weird family trip on the day that mom and dad decide to get along for the sake of the kids. That one day a year that they hang out together, even though they're divorced, and they go to like the Museum of African History down in like Washington D.C. And Brad Pitt's like, "See, son, that's where my ancestors repressed you." And Angelina Jolie is like, "You were almost as bad off as a 21st century American woman."
So I'm just wondering here, if God, this news is just too stupid to even go on about. But
the news is so stupid that all I have to do is rephrase it, and it becomes hilarious.
Yes,
exactly.
If you actually speak it the way you would speak it to a normal person, it sounds insane.
Yep.
I mean, just reading the headline sounds insane.
Yeah, program in check. Yeah, exactly. Crimson Toys. However, Lenrod says with the egg thing, yeah, the pet that poops breakfast. You are totally 100% correct. So I love to eat the poops at breakfast. Yeah, the chicken poops. Yeah, I mean, if for some reason, and I don't know how, but if they consider this a violation, what are they going to do for straight people then? Or what are they going to do to straight people then? This is what I don't understand, right? How can you stop people from reproducing? You're going to...
I don't know, but if you... I want to go to the heavy metal concert. Well, let's say Bon Jovi. He's pretty wimpy. I want to go to the Bon Jovi concert in Israel. I want to sit in the all gay section for a while to see if the drugs are any better than they are in the all straight section. and I want to hear Bon Jovi yell, "This is for all you egg producers out there.
Yep, exactly.
All you egg producers, wave your hands in the air. This song's for you." And I guess Gal Gadot would be like leading the cheers, right? That's the only prominent Israeli person I could think of.
Yeah, probably. Lenrod says, yeah, miserable people who want everyone to stay as miserable as they are. Yep, you are 100% correct. Exactly.
I mean, we are fast
Don't-
becoming two separate societies here, I think.
I
People with common sense and then everybody else.
could I just say, as a straight person who's been married, like, be careful what you wish for when you want to be married and be a parent. You got to be careful on that one.
Exactly. Crimson Toys, they're going to milk straight people in firms for us. Yep. I'd be okay. Human milk. There we go. Keep that lactating going. So,
isn't that an episode of American Dad, right?
Yeah,
when
exactly, right?
When Steve doesn't drink his mother's milk, he gets really stupid.
Yeah. God, I just thought, oh, geez, like
it used to be just on a cartoon that was meant to be satirical because the people on it were too stupid to be believed. But here we are reading it in the news.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh God,
Seth MacFarlane, Star Trek used to predict the future. Now, I guess the Family Guy and American Dad predict the future.
Yeah. Isn't that sad? Oh my God. That's how geez, that's almost hard to believe at this point. Okay. So as if we don't need even more of a laugh, because we do. This comes from the land manatee. Amy Schumer explains she dropped out of the original Barbie movie because it was not feminist and cool enough. So
her uncle is my her uncle's the senator from my state. I reserve comment on Miss Schumer. I'm sure she was totally correct about the environment on the set being absolutely toxic and horrible. And wasn't the movie made by woke activists anyway? So, okay, what does that say about how they run a movie? Didn't the people have to get away from the Little Mermaid set really fast because it was making them sick? Didn't Melissa McCarthy say that?
Oh yeah, because that's right. Because it's just so toxic. It's just so toxic.
No, I want to give Melissa McCarthy credit for a minute for her words and just indulge in believing exactly what she said. The first thing that comes to mind is this was a Disney run shoot by woke people. How did they? What was going on that was so offensive? Did she walk past the PR people and they're like, okay, send out that tweet calling everyone a Nazi about this movie that hasn't been announced and how people will have a problem with the casting? She's like, I'm sick. I want to leave. She was just hanging around with the writer too much. And she's like, God, you're toxic. Have you ever had a friend? Maybe that was what the problem was. She didn't say specifically what it was. She just said it was toxic. So, I mean, exactly. I could name several toxic people there aside from her, like the person who wrote that. Aquafina, while performing that song, whether or not she's the nicest person in the world at any other time, that song, oh my God. The guys in Run DMC are like back in Queens. They're just like, I don't think she's ever allowed to come to Queens or misrepresent herself of being from here again after rapping that bad. Rap was born in Queens.
Yep. Well, like Crimson Toy says, or there's no chubby Barbie. So, positive in pounds. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I don't. What would be the point of? I don't see her role in the Barbie movie. I mean, were they going to make her the villain?
I don't know. That's a good question.
This is my sister overeating Barbie or overeating. What was Barbie's sister's name? Shit, Stacy. I had to buy that doll for my ex-girlfriend's kid. She has dark hair. What the hell, Darcy? I don't remember Barbie's sister's name. Chattel now.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Pepper? No, not Pepper.
It was a more or less normal name. It was like
yeah.
Huh. Nothing I ever kept up with.
Yeah. And hail Jen the Enchanter. You made it just in time. So glad to have you aboard, sir. Yeah, God. See, for some odd reason, because I have 3 daughters and I'm drawing a blank right now. So Oh well, whatever. Younger sister, that's all I know about. So so Amy Schumer, so she's explaining why she dropped out because it wasn't cool enough or feminist enough. Schumer originally told Variety that she dropped out of the film due to a scheduling conflict. Oh, sure it was. Yeah, back in
Right.
2017. Right. She said, sadly, I'm no longer able to commit to Barbie due to scheduling conflicts. The film has so much promise, and Sony and Mattel have been great partners. I'm bummed, but looking forward to seeing the Barbie movie on the big screen, she added. Oh, yeah, sure. It's because nobody wants you. You're not funny.
Yeah,
sorry,
and you couldn't put
really
you
not.
and you can't play any one of Barbie's three sisters, Skipper, Chelsea,
Skipper!
and Skipper. There was one I couldn't. There's three of. She has three sisters.
Yeah, Skipper.
Skipper, Chelsea, and there's one other.
I know you're looking it up right now.
I am looking it up right now. It's I was right. It's Stacy, Skipper, Stacy, and Chelsea. So yeah, I had to buy I bought a Stacy doll for one of my ex-girlfriend's daughters for like Christmas or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they have some of my money.
Go ahead.
I was still struggling to understand why Amy Schumer would be in that movie, but since she is a deep state affiliated, I'm not going to say anything bad about Miss Schumer. I'm just going to say she probably would have improved that movie. Couldn't have hurt it.
I don't know, but maybe.
Look, I'm in New Jersey now, but I have to go back to New York. All right, I'm not going to say anything bad about the sister. I'm sorry, Senator Schumer's niece.
I don't know, when all your conversations and jokes are limited to your weight and vaginas. I don't think she can contribute very much. So
says a lot about Bill Hader, because sometimes Trainwreck was a little bit funny.
That's true. So and Legion of Comics, glad that you are here, my dear sir. What's up? Well, we're talking about Amy Schumer. Enough said. So and I'm going to put you into the wheel of randomness, Legion of Comics. So you are entered into the draw. And so just for everybody that's arrived, so at the top of the hour, we're going to be drawing for the prize of what I'm going to be giving away at the top of the hour. So we're just going to get through some funny news first. And Cena was funny in Trainwreck. Yeah, he was actually.
Wait, it gets funnier than that?
It probably does. So a Sony spokesman also informed the outlet, we respect and support Amy's decision. We look forward to bringing Barbie to the world and sharing updates on casting and filmmakers soon. As described by Variety's Justin Knoll back in 2017, the film was said to depict Barbie getting kicked out of Barbie Land. How is that possible?
Oh, no.
For not being perfect enough, and lands in a real-world adventure.
The horror of it all.
Oh, yeah, exactly. How could that possibly be? Barbie's perfect the way she is. So
it's also kind of similar to what you could call in a it's one step removed from being Velma.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I still can't get over Ryan Gosling being in this movie. I just can't.
Goodness.
I don't know why. But I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great actor, I think, personally. I don't know. Maybe this just seems like he's too happy all the time. I know he's playing Ken.
I think it's acting. I think since Heath Ledger died, he's been depressed, right?
Yeah, probably. So, looking to film.
By the way, can we get that movie gender swapped? I want gender swap Brokeback Mountain. You can do any other casting decisions you want with that. Has that been? Yes, I see it on PMDB, but a big budget one. I want Margot Robbie, and somebody said that the other person should be Kathy Bates, but I don't know who should the other person be if we had a choice.
Yeah,
Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt's pretty cool.
Oh yes, that's something you would find on other websites.
Yeah.
Legion of Comics. Isn't it like the Lego movie but with Barbies? I'm going to probably say yes. More than likely. I don't plan on seeing this movie because I don't play with Barbies. And you know what? Surprisingly enough, only one of my daughters actually did. The rest were kind of like, tomboyish, which was great for me. So, yeah, Tim the Enchanter, Comic Relief, sing the Barbie girl song for us. No, that's not happening. I'm sorry.
Is the Barbie movie out yet? But we have pretty long we've seen pretty long trailers, and it looks like it's like 50-50 that it could either be fun or Uncanny Valley. We just don't know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it stands right now.
But how many times, okay, now that Tim the Enchanter mentioned it, yeah, how many times do you think they're going to be playing that Barbie girl song during the movie? I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. See, that's all
It's not even my favorite Stacey Q song.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Take Two of Hearts over that one anytime.
Yeah. So the article goes, so that Barbie film never came to fruition. However, a similar one will be released later this summer by director Greta Gerwig, and starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, as we know, as Robbie's Barbie.
I think
Gosling's Ken.
I'm stunned that this is the second stab at a Barbie movie. How did they mess up the first one? What went wrong when they brought in that script?
Yeah, I don't know, right? Because I didn't know that there was one before.
So now we could say Amy Schumer, like the Barbie movie people might be one thing, but they do know that Amy Schumer is pretty irrelevant. So she was not actually attached to this project. This is the second bite at a Barbie movie. And again, how did they screw the first one up? We could only wonder.
Right? The mysteries abound.
Yeah.
So apparently they leave Barbie Land. Yeah. So apparently they leave Barbie Land because Barbie is malfunctioning. Oh God. Okay. Really? I don't want to even allude to how that could possibly happen because she's just pure plastic.
Is William Shatner in this movie? Is there any reason to see it?
I don't know. Maybe for a lot of cis girls. Ooh, did I say that out loud? I think I did. The malfunctions include thinking about death, falling out of the sky, and having flat feet. Okay. One of those I can see that's kind of valid if you're thinking about your existence in a, I don't know, exponential or not exponential, existential kind of way. So falling out of the sky.
Isn't falling the most common human nightmare?
I think so, yes.
I'm
pretty sure.
And who hasn't had that dream where you're falling and you're falling and you're falling through light and it gets progressively darker and then there's fire and you fall through the fire and then you see another fire coming towards you and you land and you're surrounded by famous people from history who are villainous and hated and you hear laughing. We've all had that dream.
I think so, yes. I know I have. Lenrod, there was a huge lawsuit for that song. Yeah. Oh, really? Where's there really? Huh.
Barbie. Because Stacey Q was kind of also, well, let's say her work was real work, her other job that she admitted to having.
Interesting. David CT says, I bet if you want to see the Barbie, if you want to see Barbie, be more soy boy in the theater than woman or girl. It be the new hit beat off movie. Okay. I think I know what you're
If 50 people join my channel, I'll go see the Barbie movie.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Done and done. Let's subscribe to Admiral Teague so he can suffer the pain that we just might. Because I went to go see Transformers over the past weekend. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
God. I'm not.
People are saying like the highest highs, but the lowest lows, right? Like they go to Cybertron for a change.
Yeah, true. Crimson Toys, I'm disappointed they didn't have a T as Barbie. I don't know what that joke means.
Maybe me. If I were to be a Barbie, I would be the G.I. Joes that like cross associated with the Barbies. At least when I was growing up, because my G.I. Joe was dating Barbie. My sister didn't know about it, neither did Ken. But G.I. Joe was just that kind of guy. Back when he was 11 inches tall.
Yeah, exactly.
Back when G.I. Joe was 11 inches tall, had a beard and a scar, and was kind of a rough guy, and somebody respected.
Yeah, because he had the kung fu grip and everything. So, come here, baby.
That was Bionic Mike, but yes, I believe that was later passed back to G.I. Joe, wasn't it?
I think so.
That was one weird commercial.
Barbie. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
now I know what you're saying.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Tim the Enchanter. And the punchline is Ken comes from another box. He's a knockoff.
I just had to look up out of sheer morbid curiosity. I had to look up opening times for Barbie, which I guess is this month. Do you know what it's going to come out against? Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I would see Barbie first. I would see Barbie first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both movies suck, but the chicken Barbie's cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and David CT says, sorry, people on disability, so spelling not my thing. Okay, sorry, dude. I had no idea. Okay, not a problem. Okay, so yeah, so that never came to fruition. So then Barbie then appears to talk to some kind of witch-like character who gives her the choice to stay in Barbie Land or travel to the real world. Barbie immediately chooses to stay in Barbie Land, but is somehow convinced to go to the real world, where she gets arrested and has a run-in with executives at Mattel. Oh my God, really?
Oh boy.
Okay.
That's isn't that basically? Isn't it? That's the end of She-Hulk.
That is the end.
She goes and confronts her boss.
Oh my God, you are totally right. And then who was it that said?
I said about 3 months ago. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Basically, it's like the Lego movie. Somebody said it's so basically it's like the Lego movie. Who was that? That was. I'm trying to go back in the chat because I knew somebody said it. And
if I had, while you look for that, I'm just going to say this: if I had the rights to the Barbie movie, the first person I called to direct and write the story is David Lynch.
Oh, there we go.
I was David Lynch's Barbie. Think about that.
That could be oddly interesting.
Reuniting Black Sabbath.
That's right. It was Legion of Comics. So isn't it like the Lego movie but with Barbie? Yeah. So this is like because Emmett and the Lego movie ended up in the real world, right? And got put back into the Barbie movie. Oh my God. So this is basically
they got put back into the Lego world.
Yeah, into the Lego world, right?
Yeah.
So
this like I say, putting them in the Barbie world would be really cruel. That's like putting them in the Snyderverse.
Yeah, exactly, right? So this is basically the Lego movie, but with Barbies. Oh my God. Okay. And Crimson Toys, of course. Dylan Mulvaney, the new Barbie.
Crap. Brought to you by the Writers Guild of America, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And G.I. Joe was originally based on real soldiers. That's right. Because the guy that actually came up with G.I. Joe back, I believe it was in the late 60s, his first character was actually Major Blood. And the reason why he came up with these characters way back when is because he saw the rise of homosexuality and developed a character which turned out to be G.I. Joe and all the characters that came along with it to fight such a thing. But apparently Major Blood was also into weird shit poetry and stuff like that, and it was kind of dark. But
doesn't
just a little bit of
G.I. Joe 2.0 G.I. Joe 2.0 has a Major Blood. Which G.I. Joe developer do you mean? Like the 60s G.I. Joe guy or the reboot?
The 60s.
So Major Blood is so messed up that he sat around for like 25 years. Like, he's too messed up for the 1960s. And they're like, but we have a show called The Rifleman about a guy who kills people in front of his kid. Nope, this is too messed up.
Apparently so. Yeah. So, Lenrod, it'd be hilarious if Barbie outperformed Indy. Oh my God, it would be, wouldn't it? I would love to see this slaughter Indy.
I think it could. I think it's gonna beat it up.
Yeah, I don't think Indy has very good projections at this point.
No. Crimson Toys. Did anyone see the hint at the end of the Transformer movie? Yes, I did. So they're introducing G.I. Joe, and the current rumor is that
they're combining the franchises.
Yeah, they're going to be doing their own Hasbro verse of sorts. So the next one is rumored to be a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover.
Wow.
You want to make this one a winner? Have it take place at Jurassic World and have them fight the Fast and the Furious for domination of it. because all of those are pretty much spent. If we just throw them all together into one big shit stew.
You know, IDW Comics has already done that with their massive crossover where they had a G.I. Joe, Transformers, Micronauts. They just threw everybody in a giant pot and stirred. It was crazy.
If they gave me, you, and Mike that script, Transformers and meets G.I. Joe, it's not like it's an unworkable story.
No.
It's in some ways actually even slightly appealing, since you've said it today. It's been like kind of rolling around in my mind. It's inoffensive. They don't hurt each other. And it's not like either one of these franchises is Bond or anything, you know?
Exactly. And the Titan, welcome, sir. Home movies could destroy Indy. Yeah, you're 100% correct. I think they would. So nice to see you.
They had to limit
Titan.
I think if they re-released any of the previous movies, including Crystal Skull, it would outperform Indy.
Yeah.
If you re-released Raiders of the Lost Ark in the theaters at the same time to celebrate the release of Dial of Destiny, it would outperform it theater by theater.
It would.
Yep.
I mean, they had the perfect trilogy with the first Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom, and then the Last Crusade.
I have no time for an Indiana Jones time travel movie where the other Indiana Jones is anyone but Sean Patrick Flannery. I had to watch like 3 seasons of that show.
Yes.
So let's see here. Oh wow, and we got thunderstorm happening here. So just in case if I lose power, I'll restart the stream all over again. So everybody, please pay attention to my stream. And just in case, please hit the like button. It really helps, and the notification bell for other shows that are coming up. So I'm going to get that out of the way right now, just in case I've run out of power. So anyway,
I apologize to chat, but I can't use the I can't hail people back because if I open up the browser, I end up with a I end up with 2 sets of audio. I can't turn it off on my phone, so I'm sorry. But I can't say hi back to all of you, or even really look at it.
So Schumer went live with, and she was asked to name a specific reason she dropped out of the film, and if she will see the new film. Should we watch this? I think we should. So let's see.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. We seem to be having some technical difficulties here. And we did lose.
We lost Mike.
Yeah, we lost him right after he said.
Why don't we try? Why don't we try this? Let's give him a couple of minutes to see if he can get back in the stream. We are fully capable of vamping here, and hopefully our friend's okay because there was a storm nearby. So
yes, he did.
Gosh knows this is the best.
Hear it.
And you know what? Thunder only happens when it's raining.
Yes.
So hit that like button. The Comic Relief Crusader. In this special storm, we have breaking news: storms in Canada.
Yes, the magic of live streaming. That's it exactly, because I've had my share of technical mishaps while live streaming. That is common.
Well, I mean, it could also be that we're at the very beginning of the outer edge of the event horizon at the beginning of a Stephen King story, because he has to destroy all working communications for his stories to work. He can't create dramatic tension with cell phones.
That's true.
Name me the Stephen King story that holds up to working cell phones.
I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Cujo is over in 20 minutes.
Yep.
So I'm in the car and there's a crazy. All right, I'll be right over. Pet Cemetery. I'm really worried about you. You know what? Just get an Uber home from the airport and everything will be fine. Okay, promise not to go bury the kid in the pet cemetery. You'll be here in 20 minutes. We'll talk about it together. You know what I mean? Like, it destroys every Stephen King story. The Shining. My husband's going nuts with an axe. Please send the police. We have a helicopter on its way, man. Even the Springfield police could have stopped that. It was stopped by a child.
Yep. All right, in the chat, I'm seeing Comic Relief Crusaders saying trying to come back. He lost power. So we're just waiting.
You know what? He may not be able to hear us. So, and I'm limited in my ability to recommunicate back. Could you put in the chat that we will hold the fort for him for a little while?
Yes.
And he should keep us up to date in the chat.
Yep.
Because that seems to be the best way to do this. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to get bossy there.
No problem. No problem.
So, you know, last night I went out to a place here in Jersey to play trivia. And one thing I found out is they don't like people saying fuck you to people the way we do it in New York. They seem to have different fuck you rules here. And I always like going to a different part of the country where people have different ways than me. Because someone said, put your phone away. And I said, I'm not playing the trivia game. And I said, you still have to put your cell phone away. And I said, you know what? Fuck you. And people were like, that's rude. And I'm like, huh? Fuck you. So I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a strange place. The universal translator fortunately saved me and changed it to, why, of course. You must be right.
Yeah, of course. That's how it works out.
What is the prize of this trivia game? Nothing. Okay, so I mean, who cares if I cheat?
Yeah, really.
And
nothing's on the line. There's no stakes in it.
Yeah, you know what? A couple of older people were a little offended, so it's like, I'm sorry, from New York. And like, that's no excuse. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. Sorry. I had to try. Every time I go around the normal people outside New York City, I run into problems. It's like Rambo. There are no friendly civilians, sir.
I'm saying Comic Relief Crusader saying he's almost there, so he is working on
it. Cool. Yeah, you know what? Unless his kids get up to a certain RPM on the bicycles to generate the energy to power up the computer,
right?
He loses power, and sometimes, you know, because he has to go into another room to do this, he's not able to properly supervise them to get it up to the proper speeds. But you know, we know that they're working on it hard.
He's having to keep two of them running on the treadmill to generate electricity, and then the other two will be able to rest.
You know what? I was stuck in Midtown Manhattan yesterday for like half the afternoon trying to get to. It's like there was a sign from God, like, don't go to Philadelphia. But I was trying to get from New York to Philly, and like something was going on with like bus service, and like I had to go like walk across town and grab the train. But like one option was wait 2 hours for the next bus, and there was a UA Regal across the street, and literally there was not one movie there I wanted to see. It had like 5 different titles playing. Don't ask me what they were. Into the Spider-Verse was the one where I was like, no, but the showtime wasn't good. The showtime didn't work out. I'm reserving judgment on that movie. I don't know. I've heard both ways about it.
Yeah, it's iffy. I mean, I haven't really decided. It's typical for movies these days because there's nothing out there that really engages me or really piques my interest, and I just don't want to rule out movies just outright. I want to at least give them a chance, but there's nothing out there that really engages me. There's nothing out there that I want to spend 2 hours of my life sitting in a theater to watch. Only to be disappointed at the end.
There's almost a train wreck. I don't want to look away quality to indie right now. Like, we've made and remade this movie 3 times. and the only things that we know are in it are the things that stayed into the last trailer, and even that might be iffy. And it seems like it's being made sort of angrily and defiantly in the face of all reality.
Right.
And I don't know if, I mean, a lot of people are saying that they just don't think that Kathleen Kennedy can be fired. But I don't know how much money you can bleed off a company before they do something.
I don't know.
And
I keep looking at this thinking, what is going to be the last nail in the coffin for Disney? Because so far, nothing seems to be doing it. They're
I honestly think
in deep water. They're trying to sell off or possibly selling off some of their properties to stay afloat and to go through with the deal they're having in the works with Hulu. I mean, what is it going
turn around
to kill off Disney?
Well, if they're listening to me right now, my advice would be sell Hulu right now to someone else, because you're only going to mess it up.
Yeah.
You're only going to mess up what success they had. We saw American Horror Story was successful for like something like 12 or 13 seasons with original stories that were kind of inspired by other stories. And now, for the first time ever, they're going to go with a novel. They've gotten rid of everyone but the executive producers, and it looks like the star is going to be Kim Kardashian. So but there's a show that made Hulu money. I mean, I don't know if that's the show that put Hulu on the map, but it made Hulu money.
The last thing I watched on Hulu. I mean, why does Disney
The Orville?
The Orville, but that's about it. And for some reason, Disney's bent on purchasing Hulu.
Hey, look who's back!
All right, finally. Sorry about that, guys.
It's quite all right. Things happen.
Power
it's okay.
We went off twice here. So,
wow!
Oh goodness!
That active volcano you live near.
Exactly, right? So yeah, it's really weird how I just mentioned that, and then all of a sudden the power goes off.
Right.
So,
right when you said that, I heard the thunder rumbling in the background. I thought, oh, that sounds
I know,
good.
Right?
Like if you turn off the Grindr app.
Yeah, exactly, right? So Disney Shipper, glad that you could join in, and sorry about that, guys. Howdy and hail.
That's quite all right.
I'm not on Rebel. I'm gonna have to buy like the extra package, invest some money to be able to multi-stream, I guess. But I
might be able to help you out with that.
Oh, you don't have to, dude. It's all good. Anyway, okay, so back to this article about why she dropped out of the film and if she'll be in the new film. So let's have a play.
This is a special night because Amy is about to make. Thanks for watching. Watch more clips.
No, we're not going to watch more clips. So
create.
Could it be me? Didn't it sound like Andy Cohen was more interested in how feministic the movie would be than Amy Schumer possibly could be? And who seems, I mean, just to give her credit, she seems to have totally emotionally moved on. And she said the right thing if you're in Hollywood. Oh, yeah, going to see the movie.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Of course.
I'm not saying I agree with it, and I don't think she's going to see the movie. I honestly don't think she's going to see the movie. But you know what? She said the right thing and all. That's the Hollywood professional, at least.
Yeah, Crimson Toys. Does she have an OnlyFan? God, I hope not.
I don't know.
Please, no. And David CT, yeah, her face looks like it's getting fatter in the video.
I just want to say I age 5 minutes for every minute that Amy Schumer is on screen.
it's like she sucks the life out of you, and
she's like a vampire. Yeah, she's like that. Who was it? Khonshu from Moon Knight, The Rise of Scarlet Scarab, who like sucks in your soul and gets bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
It's like Evil Dead. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
Just please tell me they finished Loki season 2 before the writer's strike. Because if we had to go through life without a season 2 of that show, I would just be absolutely devastated.
Oh yeah, exactly right.
I mean, I'm already picking up the pieces post Willow here.
Oh goodness.
I imagine you are. So Schumer answered, yeah, can't wait to see the movie. I think it looks awesome. I think we said, here's the thing. I think we said it was scheduling conflicts. So it's like she's probably trying to keep that same let's say, a certain amount of professionalism by saying it was scheduling conflicts when in reality it was probably because she looks like a big giant lane whale.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'm on the cusp of.
And
Didn't I
that's
also
the
hear the magic phrase of creative differences as well?
That's right. And that's the
Yeah.
creative difference right there.
Yes.
So,
Or she wasn't down with playing the movie's bad guy, right? Because that seems to be, if you read between the lines, I mean, we don't know what she didn't say, and they did say that they sacked that version of the movie that she had an issue with. So
yep.
this new production does seem only transcendentally related to it, but
maybe she didn't want to play the witch that banishes Barbie to the real world.
that's what seems like. That seems like what the only role for her in a Barbie movie. I can't see how. I mean, what is this like? Barbie sees into the future. She's been drinking and taking pills too much, and she sees Amy Schumer, and it's like that's her. And like in 20 years.
So yeah, that's probably it. So, but yeah, she think it wasn't feminist and cool enough. So, oh well, that's her problem. So whatever. Nobody cares if she's in it, and nobody cares about her career probably that much anymore.
No.
Anyway, so no.
But you know what? If you're ever on the cusp of being irrelevant, and you have a member of your family ensconced in the government of the United States, and you can do things to help people out, the one thing you want to make sure you do is, no matter why you left that movie, you just don't commit to calling the bad people or suggesting anyone doesn't see it, because that's how you keep friends in Hollywood.
That's right. Unless you're John Leguizamo and you have to bitch about it not being Latino enough.
Well, John Leguizamo has no friends left, and when was he in last in a movie? You just don't shoot Harrison Ford and walk away with a career. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, when he shoots Harrison Ford, that is the beginning of the J.J. Abrams era. Because if we could just go back in time and have that movie fail, how much better our lives would be.
I think so. Yeah,
and he sucked in that terrible Spawn movie too.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. And David CT. I lose an inch for every minute she's on screen. Yeah. However, look at it this way: it's a good way to lose weight for yourself. So
it's a motivator. Like the Amy Schumer workout. It's like carrying the food from the car to the house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes me want to lose more weight. So I'm just going to say that much. Yeah, so we're at 55 minutes. So we're, you know what? I think we should probably maybe take a commercial break now as it is. So, and just in case power goes off. Well, then I might as well get right here. So for everybody, that is randomness. And so we're going to be cutting it off right after the commercial break, and then we're going to be doing the draw and see who wins this prize. So right now, straight to commercial break from Omega Mart.
All right.
This actually loads up. There we go.
One of Your Vitamin provides all the nutrients found in 365 of your daily vitamins without the hassle. Once swallowed, our scientific liquids dissolve, releasing daily doses of rejuvenating snail oil that tap nutrient reserves and fill them up automatically. Exterminate your deficiencies with One a Year Vitamin. From the makers of One a Year Vitamin comes One a Year Split, a perfect solution for those with a narrow windpipe. This vitamin is softer than our standard pill, allowing you to divide the vitamin in easy to swallow pieces. Take your One a Year Vitamin monthly, weekly, or even daily. And a purchase of this vitamin includes one customizable pill container for free. Exterminate your deficiencies with One a Year Vitamin. Your purchase of a One a Year Vitamin includes an invitation to The Swallowing, our New Year's Day celebration where we sing, chant, and take our One a Year Vitamin together. Exterminate your deficiencies with One a Year Vitamin.
I love those. Usually they're a little easier to figure out than that one. I'm still trying to figure out. I couldn't see the video that well though.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. So, don't forget
Usually
those
it
easy to
degenerates
swallow
into a.
pills that you can take almost every day. So
That's right.
once a year.
That's why I swallowed a nickel to have a lifetime supply of iron.
Yeah.
It's a bitch when I go through the airport, but
Yeah. Thank God it doesn't come in suppository form. So
that's why I feel cheated by that product.
really, oh bummer.
My friend and I were talking about like like his wife owns like a new age shop, right? And we went there, and
Right.
he's like, I don't know, I think maybe we should sell weed out of there. And I'm like, you probably should, because you'd make more money, and it's recreational in the state. And he
Yeah.
was just like, and I'm he's like, who's our target customer? I'm like, well, right now it's Gwyneth Paltrow. And he's like, you think she would smoke weed? I'm like, no, Gwyneth Paltrow definitely uses weed in some form, but she probably has suppositories. Smoking weed is far too mundane for her.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
bummer.
How do you think she uses it? I don't think even gummies. It's just too normal for her.
Yeah, I think it's candles. It's always candles. So
I just
okay,
want to say,
everybody.
hey, did anyone squander their fame worse than the guy from Coldplay?
Nah.
There's a 2-year period you could have any woman in the world. He chose her.
My God. Okay, everybody. So it's time for What's in the Box. So there we go. So, like I said, after that commercial break, we're going to be getting into the draw for our 750th subscriber giveaway. So now,
Speaking of Gwyneth Paltrow, what's in the box?
absolutely nothing. Oh, and we knew where that joke was going.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm going to be giving away something out of my collection. And so this time, because we did it at 250, we did it at 500, and we're now doing it at 750. So, hopefully, if things go right, I should have something huge for 1,000 subs. It's going to be humongous if it ever gets done. So,
I wonder if he did anything today. I wonder I wonder if he was up to anything today.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's just another average day, right?
Well, probably. So
Just another average day
for Trump. So this time what I'm giving away is this KFC's Double Deck, which is the from Japanese Headmasters, where Blaster, if you remember Transformers whatsoever, he gets the crap beaten out of him by Soundwave and dies, gets rebuilt, and basically rebuilt into what they call in Japan broadcast. So this is basically Blaster, but he's blue.
That looks
so
cool.
and this is Masterpiece on top of that, and it comes with 2 cassettes right here and right here, and comes with a few accessories. His guns are included, an extra head in case you want it, and some speakers there, and
so there is a severed head in the box.
There is a severed head in the box, as you can see, like right here.
How about that?
So there we go. Yes, because only I would think of something like putting a severed head into a box. So, and not just 1, but 3. So no, actually 2 severed heads. So the other one is actually on the robot himself. So, so one of you guys is going to be the lucky winner of this, and that's what we're here for today. So that's what's going to be going on. So Tim the Enchanter, what did the grapes say when the elephant stepped on it? Nothing really. It just had a little wine.
No.
Wah, wah, wah. I love you. So we're going to be sharing the screen right here, and we're going to go into the random name picker right here as we have it. If it shows up. So everybody's names have been added. So what we're going to do, how we're going to do this, the last name that's on the wheel is going to be the winner. That's how it's going to happen. All right, just to make it clear for everyone that's out there. So, and this is random Grabber Celebration 1000. So, I think
And we're using
challenging, but
we're
right
this is.
now,
Can we do the Barter Town edition?
yeah.
Like, can
so
someone get an
it's
amputation
not
to?
it's not a chat draw, no special comment entry. No. I mean, that would be fun. So, but who am I to judge? So
Anytime I
this is
see
what
a
we're
Wheel
going
of
to do. I've
Fortune,
entered
all I can
everybody's
think of
names
is
into the chat. So with everybody's name on there, every time I spin it, it's going to remove one person, and the last person that's on the wheel is going to be the winner. So I would have a
what's the
drum
deal?
roll
Face the
going on, but
wheel.
unfortunately, I don't have any sound effects. So here we go. That's right. So here we go, everybody. So good luck to whoever ends up winning, and here we go.
Gulag,
First
Gulag,
name
Auntie's choice,
Oh, look at this.
is
amputation.
Pop Culture Republic. So
Whoa.
that is the first. Wait a minute. It's supposed to be a minute. Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wheel of Fortune brought to you by Dominion Election Machines.
Retard about. Yeah, exactly. Wait.
Announcing a lawsuit
so
against all machines.
Yeah, exactly. Ticking sound. Wait a minute. Hold on here because I want to make sure I got everything right here. Okay. So display duplicate, show title, max number of. It's supposed to remove the name. You bastard. Play click sound when display. Oh, there is a display remove button. Where's the display remove button?
Why don't we change it to an
You have to
essay
type that out
contest and the
manually.
person with
God,
the best comment wins?
I probably could. Okay. All right, there we
Yeah,
go. So I have to
there we
remove the
go.
name, actually. Okay, fine.
There
All
it
right.
is.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay.
All right, now we go.
All right. Next name that gets removed.
First to go.
All right.
All right.
Didn't keep it. Okay, so your name gets removed, and here we go for another spin. And the next to be removed is inventory. For some odd reason, I feel really bad that there's applause for picked, with the confetti and all that kind of stuff. It should be doing it on the winner. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like you lost.
Strange.
God, I feel
Like, yay, you're a
I know,
loser.
right? Only on this show can it just frig up like that. So, God, this is such a totally unique show, I'll tell you. All right, another spin.
Mike's praying for lightning.
I am. Yeah, I really am. All right, next to get removed is Tony Stark.
Tony Stark, you will be put on a horse facing backwards and released on the edge of the desert with a giant paper mache head over yours.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, and here we go for another spin. David CT. Okay. All right. We got, how many do we got left? We got 6 left here, folks. And Raysville Review. Okay.
Now it's starting to look curiously like the Google logo, which means that anything that happens from here on in is probably inaccurate.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Teague.
It's rigged. It is rigged the only way. This is the greatest fraud in the history of YouTube. I am the real winner. I refuse to vacate the wheel. You should all come with me and walk to Mike's house in Ottawa.
Quiet. You have to take it like a man.
Weren't the first to go.
John, I've been waiting for you, John.
Okay, so we got 4 here. So we got Tim the Enchanter, Lenrod, the Titan, and Legion of Comics. So here we go. All right. And Tim the Enchanter, thanks for playing. And you know what? And thank you to everybody that's in the chat that's taking part of this. You know, really appreciate it. And please hit the like button. And even if you don't win, please hit the like button. So it's not my fault. This is a random wheel. So 3 to go.
All right, here we go. This is getting tense.
Here we go. It is. And reading the comic. Sorry, dude. It's so close.
Everybody,
And so
we've gotten down to a point now.
Lenrod, and we got the Titan.
As we have the
Press F to show respect to your fallen comrades.
All right, we got 2 to go. Who's going to be the winner of? That's right, of the winner of the 750th subscriber is, because the next one is going to be eliminated, which
here
will
we go
lead
right here.
Oh,
oh no! Ah.
Oh, Lenrod, dude. Okay.
By a hair.
So then that leaves Lenrod is out, and that leaves the Titan. The Titan right here.
The Titan. Congratulations.
Is
congratulations
of the 750th subscriber giveaway. Titan, a masterpiece broadcast. There you go of what they call KFC's Double Deck. So, so to the Titan.
Now, if Mike Pence would tweet out that he disputes this, I would appreciate it.
He's right to me. Hold on here. I'm roboting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
There we go. Yeah.
I thought so.
Guys. Okay.
Let's just take a minute to talk about what a shame it is that I didn't win this contest.
Titan, please email me. Oh, okay. How's everything right now? Okay.
Yeah. Subject line: send my toy.
Exactly.
Make you stand out from the West African princes and other people that Mike corresponds with.
So, so the Titan, if you're still here in the chat, please get a hold of me at the or you can get a hold of me. Oh, why am I having trouble with the internet connection right now? Seriously?
Because it's storming where you are.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I was sure it was me. I was like, maybe it's on my end.
You can see that. Okay. So yeah, so Titan, get a hold of me. There is the email right there. So make sure that you send me your address where I can send this to you, or if you happen to be on Facebook, then you can find me at Mike Jonathan Lorber on Facebook, or at Twitter at Michael_Lorber. I'll put it there in the chat. And yeah, and get a hold of me. So congratulations, buddy. You won a figure on this channel. So
yeah.
And I hope you're still in the chat. So yeah, you seem to be. Hopefully you are. So yeah. So Yeah, the random wheel is made by Dominion Apps. That's right. Exactly. So you are correct. so hopefully you're still there. Yes, so let's see. So what's gonna be going on with everything else? Pop Culture Republic, you got anything planned?
Yeah, I'm going to be
Whatsoever?
doing a live stream later tonight around 11 or so Central Time. I'll be talking about comic books, one of my favorite subjects. I'll be checking out some Indiegogo campaigns of some Comicsgate or Comicsgate adjacent creators that I've been wanting to look into for some time and chatting about that some.
Nice.
So that should be interesting.
Which ones are you going to be talking about?
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm going to start off with Ethan Van Sciver, of course, since he was the first YouTuber I got into like 2 or 3 years ago because I was curious about Comicsgate. I wanted to know what that was all about. What was the buzz about it?
You want to see my 13 pages of links on that one? Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
When I first started doing this and someone yelled that word in my face, I'm like, oh, what? Huh? Anna Sar who? What, the Phasians?
Yeah.
Is that a Star Trek race? It's like, it took me forever to even augur what was going on. And from what I can tell, it seems like some people's feelings were merely hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's much ado about nothing. I mean, it's divisive subject, of course, because everything starts in the comic book industry. It impacts our culture. We got countless movies and TV shows all loosely based on comic books. And if you don't have a certain set of political views, then you get kicked to the curb or even fired from your employment because you don't go along with the groupthink. And it's just crazy.
Exactly.
It's proof that we are two different and distinct cultures. There's no middle ground. There's no middle ground anymore. I remember in the 70s and 80s, there was some middle ground. You could at least talk and have some interesting chats with people who are of different political viewpoints and get along with people and go about your day. But now it's super divisive. Like there's no common ground. You get people chanting things like "unfriend me now if you blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sorry you feel like that. Sorry that you're so thin-skinned that you can't handle different points of view.
Well, look what they did to Punisher lately. Now that they've basically taken him out because he's problematic. And then they just happened to bring his dead wife back, and totally Karen's on him, and it's like, you know what, I'm divorcing you, and blah 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 blah.
It's stupid.
Like, oh
well,
God,
I mean, we still have Zack Snyder's Batman hanging around a little bit. What's the difference between him and the Punisher anyway?
Yeah,
very little. Different costume, maybe.
Punisher's a little more ethical and a little more hesitant to kill.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, Pop, did you get Cyberfrog?
Yes, I did.
Is it good? Because I've heard it like totally rocks.
It is good. I liked it. I have some of the original books from the 90s when I was running a comic book store at the time. I had some. Of course, I was buying comic books way back then. Then I could see where things were going with Marvel and DC and just got out of collecting comic books for like 20, 30 years. Got back into it, saw where things were, and thought, well, maybe I'll just stick to back issues because there's nothing I want to collect nowadays.
I know.
I can't even remember the last comic book I bought in a comic book store.
Yeah, same here. I really honestly can't. And I think it's been years since I've even gotten a comic, even on free comic book day.
Right.
Because usually I would go to at least that event to get comics for my kids because, the nearest comic book store is like, quite a ways away. And, just to get them to read, maybe, check out some of the art, maybe spark a little bit of an interest and whatnot. But God, I mean, even those books are just trash.
Yeah.
I won't even
I mean,
bother getting them.
I don't even spend money at my local comic book store anymore because they started going a certain way politically. And I was like, well, if you are this, we don't want your business. And it's like, oh, okay. I guess I can save my money. Sorry you guys feel like that. Good luck to you.
Exactly. Admiral Teague, what's going to be happening with you pretty soon? Okay.
Admiral, are you there, sir?
I think something might have.
He might have run into some technical difficulties there.
Due to technical difficulties, I can't even talk right now. Due to technical difficulties, Admiral T cannot speak right now. And he accidentally popped off. Oh, well.
Uh-oh.
Because I know he probably wanted to go and talk about saving Star Trek, because I know season 2 of Brave New Worlds is coming up, and I think it's already out or something like that now.
Yeah.
And I know he wants me to join him on Saving Star Trek, going over season 2, episode by episode. And here he is, and he's back. So
yeah, that's on me.
Okay,
yeah, you know what? I went to go try and harvest my link, and I was stuck on my the other YouTube page while I had the mic muted, and then I kicked myself when I came back. But hey,
okay.
I'm Admiral Teague. My channel's called Admiral Teague, or hashtag at Saving Star Trek on YouTube. Some people are privileged to live in the time of Shakespeare. Others are privileged to live in the time of, ancient Greece, where the first playwrights gave us the first dramas. And for us falls Strange New Worlds. It's a story loosely related to what I like to call Planet Journeys, which is a derivative of Star Trek. Starting this week, I will be documenting and reviewing the episodes of SNW, Strange New Worlds. I will try to do it as fairly as I can and as objectively as I can. But if it's anything like last season, we're in for a special treat for people who like to see me in pain. Because when I live watch this show alone, you can expect a lot of screaming and crying, self-pity, hidden personality traits come to the surface. There's a degree of implied self-harm as the episode goes on. And then I slowly get it back together as I realize it's not Star Trek. And then on Friday nights and Sundays, we have my show, Saving Star Trek. But on Fridays, we review the show. And on Sundays, we'll be doing anything but talking about new Trek, because God knows we need to recover and wash that out of our brains. Check out my channel and check out my co-hosts PDB and Dark Helmet. And our new guy, Abion, is doing great. We love him too.
Yep.
There we go.
Once you get through with the new season of Strange New Worlds, you'll have to see Picard season 4, right?
Picard season 4 seems right now that it's going to be novels and comic books, which I will not cover. But I will say this: this is why you should join and sub Admiral Teague now. Don't destroy your minds like I have, and have problems where, like, when you watch The Next Generation, you start getting progressively more and more angry at Patrick Stewart. Only the original series is safe now, because you can watch it and enjoy it. And William Shatner's right out there saying new Trek is bullshit garbage that he won't be part of too. And you don't have to watch this show, but I know there's a curiosity about the events. We act out, we talk about it, and Mike's there a lot. And the one thing that we remember to keep in mind is that what these people would never know is that Star Trek is supposed to be fun and entertaining. So even though they usually serve us up a flaming pile of garbage, we still always manage to have fun. And with that said, I'm going to just say I'm sure this is the time they're going to turn it around. This is going to be the best start. We're going to get peak New Trek this time. And my hot take prediction is we have Kirk and Picard's DNA out there. I predict that we have a hole in time open with a female villain called Kirkard come out, and it will be a female fusion of the DNA of Kirk and Picard, because that's the only thing left they could do to really debase Star Trek more. So I predict it, and that the Discovery will come back and save everyone in episode 10. I have spoken. Join me. You will be fairly treated. I am Admiral Teague. And Mike, thank you for having me. Yeah, thank God, right? My evil twin is in the Mirrorverse. He's normal. The other Admiral Teague is also an asshole. Don't fall for that. You don't want to pull the other Admiral Teague through this side of the mirror universe. But thank you so much for having me on. And Pop, hey, fun time vamping there when the hamster wheel slowed down.
Yeah,
I'll be listening.
I really appreciate it.
Those hamsters. Would you please just put a little more sugar in the water?
That's right. I'll have to get more flogging out to them and get them. I'm going to beat you senseless for not driving my wheel fast enough.
So with that, I just ask which movie coming out this summer do you plan on compromising your finances by not enjoying? Barbie, Indiana Jones, and what looks like the Diaphragm of Destiny or whatever the hell it is. There's still time to reshoot that, or let's get into
There's Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Ooh, yep, that's right.
Mission Impossible, and you know what?
Part 1.
Yeah, ambitious of him to start embarking on, I guess, a multi-part journey. Yeah. He pretty much has hit the nail on the head with that one every time. We can rely on him to provide a minimal. The worst one was maybe 2, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then typing that pretty good. It's weird though, we know that we can count on him to insulate us, because look at the average J.J. Abrams movie, and look at the Mission Impossible movie that J.J. Abrams made. So it's and people were like, "Ooh, Mission Impossible got better." I'm like, no, Tom Cruise is leveling up, but this had nothing to do with J.J. Abrams, who can't write an ending. That movie really doesn't have an ending. It just kind of stops. That's the J.J. Abrams DNA in it.
Yeah, exactly. Tom Cruise has certainly leveled up after Top Gun Maverick. I mean, that was a good movie.
Oh yeah, it was phenomenal movie.
He's one of those people like Tom Brady I once hated and now I admire. It's like I once hated Tom Brady as everyone who I hated in high school rolled up into one. He was the rich kid, the jock, the smart guy, the guy who got the girl. He was every person in high school you hated rolled up into one. But then he got super old and kept winning Super Bowls. So you're like, yeah, I don't care if he cheated. Now old is a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Certain people level up. Tom Cruise, he's gone from he's a wacko who jumps on Oprah's couch to, you know what? I trust my $20 movie ticket to Tom Cruise more than most other people.
Single-handedly saved Hollywood at this point.
Yep, that's right.
And they couldn't admit it, and they just will not give this man. That movie got snubbed, right? It got nothing. It got nothing and liked it.
Yeah,
I think so.
Although I would say that, what's the Academy Award? Didn't Marlon Brando make a table out of his?
I think so. Yeah. But what am I going to see? Okay. You know what?
Barbie might be the better movie, but maybe Indiana Jones is the only one you could turn around and get anything back out of, because you could at least tell people how much you hated it.
You know what? I'm going to ask my daughter if he actually wants to go see the Barbie movie, and I know she's going to say no, but I'm just going to throw it out there anyway. So,
and you're indifferent. You're so indifferent on this one. You'll go see Barbie as fast as Indiana Jones.
I'm going to say Indiana Jones or the Barbie movie. Your choice.
I'm only 50 subs away from seeing the Barbie movie myself. Yeah. If 200 people join my channel, I'll get a Barbie movie tattoo. So I'm at 212 now. If I have 412 subs by tomorrow morning, I'll go see the Barbie movie, and then afterwards I'll get the Barbie movie tattoo.
Oh, there you go. So I want to see the indie movie, because I've always been a fan of Indiana Jones, but I know how bad this is going to be anyway, so I'm kind of torn on it. Just to kind of close it out completely. You know what I mean?
My most normie of normal friends and I watched the trailer together. Yep. And he's like, it looks pretty good. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay.
You know what? 27-year-old daughter saw it when we went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, right? And the trailer was on there. And my oldest daughter, she's 27 years old. She's a diehard indie fan, right? And she looked at me. She's like, this isn't even exciting at all.
No.
I don't even want to see this. And I love Indiana Jones. She actually wanted to become an archaeologist because of Indiana Jones. But now
Yep.
she's
Yeah, I
like,
advise everyone against taking history as a major, but yes.
yeah, but she's like, this looks so uninteresting.
And you know
It
they've
does.
shot the movie over the past year. They've reshot it because the
Oh yeah,
trailer from a year ago is completely different from the trailer they recently released.
yep. Jim the Intender says, yeah, the new Indiana Jones movie story list be bad that Steven Spielberg dropped out of directing it. Yeah.
Is the we watched the
There you go.
latest
The Titans,
version of the
there's only
trailer.
3 Indiana Jones movie. I'm not watching the Dial of Descent.
I kind of I agree with that, but that latest most accurate, I guess most accurate to what we're going to see version of the trailer that I saw from about, I guess was released a week or two ago. It had all the same bad stuff in it, but they had simply cut the lines where he gets really put down badly. But for some reason, the one thing that survived is the anti-capitalism joke. It's like they've
Right.
gotten rid of all these other things. Like, it's like, what are you doing here? Saving you. Yeah, saving you. We do see him get thrown into his room so he can be protected by her.
Mhm.
That seems to happen in some sort of a way where it's like a library or something.
Exactly.
We do see him just sort of bungling around. They cut that scene in the middle, like the scene where he pulls out his whip and everyone starts firing at him, and he ducks, and they simply they refuse to adjust their aim and just shoot at the wall for a minute, and that's the big joke in this movie.
Yeah.
That's still in there, but they cut the part where he ducks. They just, as they start firing, they cut to the next scene. So I don't know what this trailer. I don't know what to expect. I mean, I know it's going to be bad. I think
that makes Crystal Skull look really good.
Well, that's what a lot of people are.
Oh yeah, those are going to be the good old days. Honestly, Mutt swinging through the jungle is going to be the good old days, and we're going to talk about how Indiana Jones used to have dignity, used to get the chick, used to beat up bad guys.
Now, from what I heard with this current movie, also what they've written into it. Now, this is just rumor.
Right.
So, but I've heard that they're going to be writing also into this current movie that Indy and Marion are having problems, and that.
Well, of course, he's a deadbeat dad, as always. The second time over, right? Deadbeat dad Han Solo and deadbeat dad Indiana Jones need to go to a 12-step meeting about being responsible to their fucking children.
And that Mutt just didn't want to hang, and so he took off. So.
I'm thinking about this for a minute here. Is it Lando's a deadbeat dad?
Yep.
We got a lot of deadbeat dads.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The only guy who is, I guess, in a way, not even a good father because he fails, but maybe a dedicated father is the bad guy from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh God!
That's how far we've fallen here. Our villain character is actually the only one allowed to be a good father because he's already evil enough, right?
Yeah.
What the hell?
And this brings me back to like what I was saying earlier about Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Oh my frig! Like near the end, of the CGI was like really. It was like getting really bad. Optimus was like totally out of character. It's like, no, we can't trust these humans. It's like what? We only need to basically take care of ourselves. It's like, wow, this is certainly out of character. But then again, in any of the movies, they really didn't get Optimus's character right, except for maybe the Bumblebee movie, and that was like, with barely him in it.
The animated movie.
And of course, the animated movie as well. So, but this was just, I don't know, it was like practically 2 hours, I think it was, this movie, and it was just boring. Like, I literally could not wait till this movie was over.
Well, haven't you heard the news? Boring is the new good.
Oh, yeah, apparently.
Or that means that it didn't get a rise out of you the only way modern writers can, by offending you and doing something completely idiotic and stupid, like Indiana Jones's better, smarter niece.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is funny. Yeah, the Titan says, Phoebe's going to be leading Indy around like Joe Biden around sandbags.
Indiana Jones ain't that old to be Pope. He's 80 playing 60. Thank you, Harrison. You used to look great for your age.
There's a rock.
As long as he doesn't break his ankle or leg or something. It seems like every movie he works on, he breaks something.
Exactly.
What would be great is if they blow like the dust off some ancient relic and you see a bunch of people like depicted in like bas relief, and one of them's him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was there when they were at the Pro to Hammurabi, of course.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. Hold on there.
I've had the diaphragm of destiny.
I'm really winded right now.
So,
I just gotta wrap
you
up my
know,
homework.
during the most important years of my son's life, I made sure not to talk to my ex-wife so I wouldn't have to find anything out.
I just walked about 5 feet. I gotta take a breather. So,
How did Indiana Jones get transformed from teaching at a Midwestern university that is unnamed to teaching specifically at NYU?
I don't know.
And this is what we call a payoff, people. Bad Robot can't do this. You and I talked about NYU last month.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's your payoff. He's teaching it. It's not a New York university. It's the New York University. And why is everyone so sad that he's retiring? Like, he's only worked there for a couple of years. He's from a different university. Why everyone there cares about Marcus Brody? They have just swapped out where he works. Yeah. We've seen where he works. It's kind of bucolic. It's not in the middle of New York City. He does not work in the middle of Manhattan when he's a professor. I'm sorry. We saw him escape the campus and drive around. It was very bucolic and country-like, and just disregard for the lore of Indiana Jones. This movie's a goddamn fraud. It's almost like they made this movie the way the first movie bad guys made this headpiece of the Staff of Ra. Mm-hmm. It's like they only got half the picture. They're digging in the wrong place.
Exactly. No, I'm just going to watch Last Crusade again because I don't want to give this new indie movie any of my time or money because honestly,
Last Crusade's re-released, right? Is it out for one weekend? Isn't it out for one weekend?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be.
I think if you check the Regal app, it might be out for one weekend. Okay.
Yep. I would check that out because honestly,
and it will make more money than Dial of Destiny that weekend. I'll tell you that.
It will, because I really want to see Disney fail.
Yes.
As much as I hate to say it, I've gotten to a point where I dislike Disney strongly and what they stand for. I want to see them fail to the point where they find themselves in such dire straits, they will have to start selling off properties to stay afloat. And ultimately, I'd like to see them sell off Star Wars to either Lucas or somebody else who would care about it enough to do it justice in maybe 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
I don't know about Lucas because this is the scenario I heard. And so I'm at my friend's place in Jersey. I had limited entertainment options, so I just went on YouTube last night and I listened to Star Wars Theory. And I think this was his latest. And by the way, Star Wars Theory, man, like, one jacked guy getting progressively more and more covered with tattoos, but he knows his Star Wars. He absolutely hates all this stuff. He tries to find some good in it, I guess, is his whole angle. But he was saying that the reason he doesn't think that George Lucas can buy Star Wars is because so much of the transaction in the first place was Disney stock, and by flipping the property back to him, his overall gross value would be reduced to the point where he would not have the money to buy it. That being said, if you give George Lucas back Star Wars, take a down payment, and and he promises that he's going to release a movie within 2 years, he'll be able to pay you the rest of that money.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think
he's going to. People will go see that movie, even if it's bad. They'll see it 3 times to try to make sure it's bad, And I don't think that George Lucas. The worst thing George Lucas probably has left in him is a kind of a boring movie. I don't think he'll ever be awful. If he just did Star Wars and it was about as good as Red Tails with about as much action, we'd all see it 3 times, and we would be like, meh, little thin on the story. Dialogue wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. At least I didn't get lectured to.
True.
Because I think this raid disaster is happening no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't think it's going to be episode 10. Sorry, I just didn't mean to step on your wrap up.
No, that's fine. So that being said, I want to thank Admiral Teague Pop. Thank you for popping in and make this 750 sub giveaway, really good. Thank you on top of that very much for
you're very welcome.
For, keeping it going there when I lost power. I really, really super appreciate it. And
it's an honor.
No,
you've always been a good friend and a good supporter of the cause to save pop culture. It's the least we could do.
No, thanks, man. And
You are a
and I wanna
mighty
thank-
general in this cause.
I try. So, and I want to thank everybody that popped into the chat. Lenrod and Crimson Toys and Chim the Enchanter. I know you had to leave, so if you're still hanging around there, thank you for joining in. And David CT. And who else did we have? We also had Tony Stark. He also dropped in too.
Tony was here, yeah.
And we have the Titan, of course, who's new here. So thank you for subscribing as well and joining in. And I hope you really stick around for the channel for more stuff that's going to be happening and stuff like that. And Razel Kane's reviews as well, and the Legion of Comics, who also dropped in as well. Really appreciate you and having you here as well. And God, I'm trying and I'm hoping. Oh yes, and Disney Sheepherder. And
Disney Sheepherder.
Yep.
So sooner or later, Carla Burton will hear this, because once she finds out you would be on the same stream, she likes to listen to it. She thinks you're funny. Carla Burton,
right.
we love you. You're the best. Thank you for those wonderful compliments.
Yep.
And thanks for letting the whole world know that I'd have sex with Kathleen Kennedy.
There you go.
It's good that everyone knows that now.
And
We
Alan
hate that to be hidden under a bushel basket.
And Alan G Super Squad 7, great that you popped in, dude. Yeah, sorry that you missed the draw, but yeah, we already had it. So, and yes, and congratulations. That's right, to the Titan, to the winner of the 750th sub giveaway. Congratulations,
congrats.
dude. I got your email, and I will send it out as soon as possible. And like I tell everybody, please share and hit the like button and hit the notification bell and sub to also these two fine gentlemen right here as well. And spread the link of not just this channel, but these two guys as well, because they do a lot of hard work out there, making their channels grow.
I watch Star Trek, so you don't have to.
Exactly. So we suffer for your pleasure.
That's right.
And please hit that like button for Comic Relief Crusader. He's the kindest and most generous host on YouTube, a stalwart warrior in the efforts to save pop culture, and like one person I'll actually watch the news for.
Exactly, especially the New York Times.
I think I'm canceling that subscription. That's been such hot garbage lately.
I will try to
honestly
stream on Rumble. So I will definitely try to stream on Rumble as soon as possible. Yeah, because I definitely
are you having difficulties with the subtleties of how to initiate the Rumble stream and split the stream? Is that it?
No, I think I figured it out. It's just a matter of StreamYards to stream to more than one location.
Oh, destination. I can help you shortcut through that next sometime. Or maybe after the show, I can talk to you. I can walk you through that in the future if you need help. I'll help you with that one. That's kind of easily overcome.
No, okay, cool. And
counterintuitive trail.
Yeah, there you go. And to everybody that's still in the chat, there is also my Rumble link. So if you want to, go to the Rumble link and subscribe there as well, because it really helps me out, because Rumble will actually monetize you way sooner than YouTube. So,
yes.
Making that honest. So just being honest. So, and if things grow,
it might be time to support another option.
Move entirely over. Yeah, then I'll move entirely over to Rumble. And really make a go of this and have more fun on there, because I'm allowed to say things on Rumble that I would not normally be able to
and
say.
Show things.
Exactly.
Show objects of a certain type.
Yep.
I'll just say this: when I get done with my stream, I mean, I rely on YouTube for the chat, and I love all of you in YouTube land, and you're the greatest, and you're the lifeblood of my channel. But I don't feel bad when I go back the next day and I see that Rumble has had 5 times as many views. I feel appreciated. It makes me feel like I'm doing this for a reason. So, I think everyone should probably get their Rumble account. Use your junk email. It's time to go for something other than just YouTube all the time. The people who said that Rumble has problems politically are the people at YouTube who have the most to lose. Notice the things that they associate Rumble with are the same things that everybody who doesn't want to create or work any harder does. YouTube censors us. YouTube keeps us from being able to tell you everything that we would want to tell you. And you know what? I'm not saying Rumble's the future. I'm saying if you don't give YouTube a scare, if you can't prove to them that there's other alternatives out there, they're just going to continue to scoff at you and misuse you and give you less and less entertainment. You saw how that happened with Star Wars, how they pushed down the bar.
Yep.
These people are boiling a frog, and if they can keep getting something from you and give you less for it, they're absolutely happy. So, make that Rumble account so that you can comment over there, and so that the conversations over there can be a little more engaging, because that's the only thing falling short. They have the people, the live count, the live watch count is just right on par with YouTube. And we, of course, we love you YouTube subscribers as well.
There you go. And there's a bunch of links for everybody in the chat. So, so for all of us here on the panel, to all of you out there, thank you very much for joining. And we'll be doing this again at 1,000 subs. And if you guys can, you know what? Heck, go through all the Titillating Tuesday videos and whatnot, and try to help me get my hours up as well. So.
Yeah.
So hopefully, maybe this channel can get monetized too, and these guys as well. So
you're knocking on the door.
That's right. So
you're knocking on the door. I would just say, go over there and go over to Rumble, and if you make that account, you can comment and thumbs up and thumbs down videos. Have a say in it. Doesn't mean you have to stream. And you got two guys right here, and me and Mike, that you can follow Admiral T. You can follow Comic Relief Crusader. And we promise to bring you quality entertainment long after the apocalypse.
Exactly. So thank you for everybody for joining in. We will see you next week for another Titillating Tuesdays. And pay attention to all our content that's coming out there on all of our respective channels. And so from everybody here to all of you out there, thank you very much for joining in. And we will see you again live next week.
Yep.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody.
Au revoir. Next time you see me, I'll be in the Agonizer boots watching Strange New Worlds.
Later, all.